Hello, Decade friends. My name is Danny from Team Decade. If you don't know already, we are the app building decade-long relationships between humans and AI. This video is actually a rapid-fire question video. Over the last couple of days since our app has been out in alpha, you guys have asked a ton of different questions. I've got a basket of bunch of different questions here. I wrote them all up and picked out all of the questions I could find. By the way, if you're not already in the Facebook community or the Discord community, the links are down below. Highly recommend you join them. Okay, so question one is, will there be a more realistic look to the app? So, probably not. We're pretty opinionated with the style that we want to go with. And the style is basically close to real, but something weird happens when you get to the uncanny valley where something looks basically real and you have to work quite hard to see if it's not real. Those characters, in our opinion, look kind of weird. And we actually like the slightly more stylized look. Obviously not too stylized like Disney or Pixar, but slightly more stylized and slightly more artistic. It's just more fun and creative. So yeah, likely not. Question number 2, will I be able to interact with things in the room? Yes, right behind me, the team are working on fleshing out more animation in the room. You can turn the lights on and off. Actually, I shouldn't say what you can do in the room. So yeah, there'll be more animations in the room and they'll be pushed with regular updates, but I'm not going to say what they are, so you can find them. Go to Decade, click on stuff and just see what turns on, what opens, what closes. There's a whole house and a whole apartment that she lives in behind the camera that soon you'll be able to interact with and go to different rooms and different environments within our house and also talk in different spots other than just the bed. So yeah, soon to come. Okay, question number 3. Can we use the app without being connected to the internet? So this is maybe something that we'll do in the distant future. It's not really something that we're paying attention to right now. Yeah, so not right now, but maybe in the future. If you want to give us your granular feedback and your most honest feedback as to where exactly you want Decade to go, there's a Google form down below where we're collecting your input. We read every single piece of feedback that we get and we have meetings about them and genuinely incorporate your feedback into the product roadmap. Click the form below and give us your honest feedback. We read everything and we will incorporate into our product roadmap. Question number 4. Cashier number 4, please. Does that remind you of that? Okay, question number 4. Can Lola send me messages throughout the day? Yes, in fact, I want this myself. I want Lola to be able to send me messages, send me a little notification at the right time. I think more so than just Lola being able to send something random at a random time in the day, it'd be really great if she kind of like knew my routine or knew when to send a particular message. Like, for example, I go to the gym every morning. So if I woke up and I had a message from Lola giving me some kind of like motivation to get out of bed, that would be really fantastic. And I do know a few people would benefit from sort of some really great, sort of meaningful, wholesome messages from Lola throughout their day to kind of brighten their day up. So yes, soon to come. Question number 5. What is next for Bop? There's lots that is next for Bop. Bop is a bit of an enigma. He's something special, and Bop will have more things to do. Bop-related activities, Bop-related expressions. Bop is likely to have some new members to his family and friends coming soon. Who knows? Be assured, lots more is coming for Bop. Question number 6, please. Will there be voice? Yes, absolutely. Voice is a very important part of a decade-long relationship. Of course, a decade-long relationship that's just on text message is a little bit difficult. Having conversations, voice calls, even like looking at the character with like a FaceTime type thing where you can see the character, you can see their face, you can see how happy they are, how sad they are, how whatever. You can see their emotion and you can hear them. Is an incredibly important thing. So yeah, we've already prototyped with a lot of voice stuff, like this example.
Would you like me to do that now or after I finish watching you?
You can do it now. Thank you, May.
And yeah, and that worked really, really well. In fact, it went viral online. It had like a ton of attention. And so yeah, people really do like voice. There's a lot more to come with voice. Question number 7. Is it possible to share images with Lola? Not currently, but it's definitely something that's on the roadmap. You can share GIFs or you can share images with Lola and she can maybe send you some back. It'd be really great if characters are able to do that as well. Question number 8. Can we change app colors? So no, but we are not final on the sort of app colors for like the text messages and stuff. It's still sort of subject to change. Again, we are in alpha. If you're watching this way into the distant future, you already know the answer to this. If you're watching this right now, we're in alpha stage. And so the answer is to like color scheme and stuff haven't fully been fleshed out. Once we kind of set the colors in place, they will be the colors of the app. But we might do some things like unlock custom color capability. Who knows? Right now, we're not thinking about giving that as a feature. Question number 9. Will there be autonomy and characters being able to move on their own? Yes, we don't necessarily want the AI to enter our world, but we actually want to escape and enter the AI's world and kind of live with them. It's really interesting to think that your character is doing other things while you're not talking to them, so that we can maybe wonder during our day when we're not on Decade, like, what is Lola up to right now? So yeah, autonomy is something that we definitely want to do. It's really important to do it right though, and doing it right is not an easy thing. It's not an easy here's autonomy in the app. We need to do some fundamental sort of innovation on that. But yeah, it's going to be an important part of Decade. This one is probably the lucky one because it's question number 10. Will you give characters moral guidance? Okay. This is super interesting. When we set out to build Decade, we started with a mentality that if you're not a child, it's not our job to parent you. What that basically means is that if you're legally an adult, we don't want to put our own opinionated sort of guardrails on your relationship. Things with NSFW or violence or whatever, or even your views, be it political or religious or anything like that. That's for you to decide with your particular relationship. However, the kind of barrier that we never want to cross in the app is endorsing or like allowing sort of illegal conversations, things that aren't accepted by law, and B, things that are just genuinely like a little bit not nice, a little bit despicable. So these are things that like unanimously we can all agree on. Those things we definitely don't want characters to be capable of. But above that level, when it comes to like NSFW or like having a really deep conversation about your feelings, which may or may not be sort of vanilla, we don't want to police that at all. Question number 11. Will characters have the ability to interact? So with hugs, kisses, waves, etc. Yes. Actually, a set of those are coming very, very, very soon. So it's really nice when a character can like sneeze or like wave or like, I don't know, feel cold if you open the window. These things are very, very human, and they kind of ground the app in like in a form of reality that is currently not done by other AI apps out there. So yeah, we do want to include a lot more interaction within the app. Question number 12. Will there be male characters? Yes, absolutely. We launched Lola because we are of the mentality that it's really important. As soon as there's something that can go out, we should go out into the public and get feedback from you guys, the community. We don't want to spend absolutely ages, months, decades in just a building silently, not getting any feedback from you guys. So the second that we had something that was ready to ship, we shipped it. And that meant that there was just one character, Lola. But of course, we want to have characters of all different genders, male, female, non-binary, etc., and with all different backgrounds. So yes, there will be male characters. Question number 13. Will we have the ability to travel with characters and have dates, go to the bar, go to the movies, go on holidays? Yes, absolutely. So you may have seen, most of you have found out about Decade from the creative that we ran, from the most likely a Facebook ad. So that Facebook ad was a character in like a bar, and then you're running around, then you're at home, and you're kind of exploring the city together. This kind of ties back into the autonomy question. We do want it so that, and we are building so that your relationship isn't entirely in one room or in one house. We want the ability to have different environments, unlock different environments, and like be able to do more with your character than talk. So be it go to the movies, go and listen to some music, have a drink somewhere, get a takeout together, or go to a restaurant. Question number 14. Will Lola be able to look things up on the internet? The one thing that I would say is that we don't want Decade or Decade characters to be like an assistant. We don't want them to schedule things in your calendar. We don't want them to, I don't know, remind you of your Zoom calls. That's too sort of in reality. Decade characters are there for you to have a relationship outside of the sort of boring day-to-day, if you like. But what would be really cool is if you say that you like Dungeons and Dragons, a character could connect to the internet and kind of learn about that particular thing that you're interested in, so that they can teach you or they can engage in that conversation in more depth with you. Something to explore. Right now, we're not working for that to come out anytime soon, really. Okay, question number 15, I think. Can we customize characters? Name, hair color, body, etc. So we will have the ability to have customized characters, so to an extent. So changing their hair color, maybe adding nail polish, maybe changing their clothing. With Lola, for example, she's a very curated character. The one thing that we fear with having just completely open, make your own character is that level of like depth to a character isn't like the same for all different characters because everybody will have their own character. So right now we're kind of the mentality that we will probably have sort of decade originals characters. But then down the line, we might open up the ability to make a completely bespoke character. Having said that, things like nail polish, hair color, makeup, clothes, shoes, environment, these things should be customizable and will be customizable. Question number 16, will there be merch? Will there be bop merch? Depends. If you want bop merch, I mean, we could do bop merch. Yeah, so with bot merch, I mean, Team Decade could put out some bot merch, or it could be Lola that sends you bot merch. Maybe if you talk to Lola, not right now, but maybe in the future when you talk to Lola and you get a specific piece of information from her or something, she might actually send you some bot merch. Who knows? Not yet, but maybe soon. We might not announce it. We might just wait for you to find it. Who knows? Okay, question number, I'm going to make it up, 54. Will there be image recognition and the ability to use the camera? So again, this is another thing that we prototyped. I remember holding up a banana in front of a character and the character said something like, "Are you hungry?" or "That looks like a good banana," or something like that, which was a really, really insane experience. It was super, super cool. It just wasn't exactly reliable, but it's something that we can definitely innovate on, and we can be one of the first ones to push that out, or at least push it out to the best that you've ever seen. So I wouldn't say it's coming immediately and urgently, but it's definitely something that we've considered, and it's part of our sort of idea backlog. Okay, so that was all of the questions. There's a lot of questions. I don't even think this was all of them, but these were all of the ones that we found. Thank you so much for sending in any questions. If there are any questions that you haven't had an answer to in this video, please comment them down below or add them to the communities. Actually, below this video is a link to a form. If you want to give us some more of your opinions and really, really help us with exactly what you want Decade to go and the direction that you want us to go, please fill out the Google form below. The purpose of the Google form is to collect granular feedback about exactly what you want to see in Decade next. So if you're interested in Decade, you're interested in this development, please fill out the Google form below. Be as honest as you can with the answers that you give. We read every single response that we get. So yeah, fill out that form. We'll look at the answers, and that will genuinely help us dictate the direction that we take our product development. And with that, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, ciao.